How Santa Got His Red Suit, with art by Walt Kelly. Originally published in Santa Claus Funnies No. 61, published by Dell Comics before December 1944. To the best of my knowledge, this comic fell into the public domain following the closure of Dell Comics. How Santa Got His Red Suit. Many, many centuries ago, Santa Claus was just as kindly and generous as he is today. But there was one big difference. He didn't wear a red suit. He wore yellow cloaks or purple, black waistcoats or white, green trousers sometimes, other times blue. In fact, he wore whatever suited his fancy. Santa was very proud of his many gay costumes. Then one Christmas Eve, Santa dressed in an orange cape, a green jacket, and yellow trousers. He wore a red cap, and his boots were a shiny black. All the gnomes, his helpers, thought he looked very beautiful. Soon Santa's work was nearly done. His first stop was the forest of St. Nicholas. But when Santa arrived there, he could see no place to land his team. He stood on a cloud and surveyed the scene. Finally, he slid down a rope to find a likely spot. And watching him was mischievous Jack Frost. Jack leaped to the abandoned sleigh and whipped up the team. "Jack Frost, come back with my sleigh. My bag of toys and gifts is in it."
"Ho, ho! Goodbye, Santa. I've always wanted to drive this team."
"How unfortunate! That mischievous sprite will spoil the Christmas of all the children of St. Nicholas Forest." "Well, nothing for it but to find some hospitable person to give me shelter for the rest of the night. There's a light now. My sakes, whoever lives here? Too small for me to enter, but I'll knock and ask directions to the nearest shelter. Well, bless my soul! An elf! Merry Christmas!"
"Merry Christmas yourself. Come in, come in."
"Come in? Ha, 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 ha! Come in? Why, I'd break your house down if I tried to enter."
"You'll fit all right. Just get through the doorway. All righty now, you fellows in there. Pull on his beard again."
"Hooray, he's in. Who's in?"
"Yes, who is he, now that he's inside? Folks in here all want to know who you are. Who are you?"
"Who am I?"
"You mean you don't know either?"
"Why, of course I know, but I'm amazed you don't. I'm Santa Claus."
"Santa Claus?" "Ha, ha, ha, ha! He says he's Santa Claus. He hasn't even a bag of gifts. And reindeer, where's his sleigh?
Look here, you little rascals, I am Santa Claus. I can even tell you what you got for Christmas last year."
"Why, of course you can. Everybody knows we get clothes every Christmas. Now be quiet. We are waiting for Santa Claus." And in case you didn't know, Santa always comes by sleigh. His reindeer always make a huge clatter on the roof.
"Yes, and then he falls down the chimney, knocks over the Christmas tree, and leaves a few presents. And goes off feeling very, very proud of himself."
"Say, you little fuddy-dud, haven't I seen you somewhere before?"
"Well, I don't know. Were you ever in Santa's workshop? I was the chief carpenter there for 115 years a century or two ago."
"You old rascal! Now I know you! You're Bundle Crunch! You've been spoofing me!"
"What brings you here, Santa?"
"Bundle Crunch, I'm in trouble."
"Just a minute, Santa. You there, Nimble-Nose. Fetch Santa a scuttle of tea and a cake."
"A whole cake?"
"Of course, a whole cake. And mind you take the coal out of the scuttle."
I left in the coal shovel so he could stir it.
"Jack Frost stole my sleigh and reindeer. As a lark, of course. I'll get him back. But the gifts for the children of St. Nicholas Forest were in the sleigh."
"Humph! And that means there'll be a lot of disappointed children in the forest come tomorrow morning, eh?"
"That's right. And it'll be the first time in 25,000 years, or thereabouts."
"I guess we can fix that up somehow, Santa. We're pretty good workmen, we elves. We'll have toys by morning."
"I knew you'd be touched by sympathy for the children."
"Humph! I'm not sentimental, but can you imagine the racket in the forest tomorrow when the children all start screaming when they find empty stockings?
By the time we're across the room, this'll be a boat. 2 boats. Don't joggle the horse. I almost swallowed a tack."
"Hurry up! Get those things into the paint shop."
"I'm bookkeeper. What's in the box?" "Look and see." "How very ugly. Why don't you make pretty things?" Why, those little rascals are turning out toys as fast as I can count. But how about the elves? I'll have no clothes for them, and they are doing all the work. I'll make clothes for them out of my own. My sakes, they must have found these shears in an old well, they're so rusty, but they'll do. Wish now I'd taken lessons from a seamstress instead of those violin lessons when I was a boy. Got a few done, but my sakes alive, I'm tired. I'll just snooze a minute.
Look, old Santa's been trying to make clothes for us, and out of his own, too.
Look at him. Who could wear these things?
I know. The thing for us to do is quick make our own clothes while he's asleep. He'll wake up and think he did it.
I'll run and get the others. They're finished with the toys.
Old Santa is the world's worst tailor.
And in a little while, wake up, Santa!
What? Come on, it's almost Christmas morning, and you've got to deliver a pack of toys. Crack! Youch! Who lowered the ceiling? You've forgotten where you are. Perhaps you've even forgotten you made us these clothes out of your own. Thanks, Santa.
Well, bless my soul. I did a pretty fair job, didn't I?
We sure did. I mean, you did.
Would you believe it? I never even made a stitch in my side before in my life. But I forgot. I'll have no clothes to wear when I deliver the toys you've made.
Don't worry. A friend of ours is passing by in a minute, and go, Pinky Wink, see if he's coming by.
Why, hello there, Pinky Wink.
Stop! Stop!
Well, Pinky Wink, why do you want old Timbertop the Giant?
Well, we need your coattail for an emergency. Santa Claus is down there with no clothes.
But I'm very much attached to my coattail.
If you ever need my coattail, it's yours. Go ahead, but Timbertop says don't cut off more than you need.
But maybe I won't look good in red.
Ah, everybody looks good in red. Besides, you'll look better in red than you will in nothing.
You can help Santa deliver the toys, Timbertop. His reindeer is stolen.
Well, at least my old hat matches it. Does it fit well?
Perfectly.
Why, Santa, it's the perfect costume for you. Never saw you look better in my life. And what's more, if you wear that kind of a suit, people will always know who you are, reindeers or no reindeers.
Thanks, Bundle Crunch. You elves have saved the day, and I'll take your advice. I'll always wear the red suit.
Good luck, Santa. Timbertop will get you around in a jiffy.
Merry Christmas to you, everyone. The end. Here's some of my thoughts on Walt Kelly's art for How Santa Got His Red Suit. Kelly consistently draws Santa with a lot of motion and energy, like when he slides down the rope from the cloud in this panel from page 2, and when the wind is blowing his beard and cape in this panel from page 3. Except for the fact that you can distinguish them by their color, most of the elves have a similar body type, but Bundle Crunch is cleverly made unique by his beard and eyebrows. I like the consistent but subtle comedy of the elves thinking well of Santa Claus, but also thinking he's a little bit of a bumbling character. I also love how Kelly's drawing of Timbertop's expression sells the gag of him feeling bad about giving up part of his tailcoat. According to Walt Kelly enthusiast Richard Davidson, who wrote the introduction for this collection of comics featuring Walt Kelly's art, How Santa Got His Red Suit is in a similar vein to Walt Kelly's other funny adventure stories. According to Davidson, the story was reprinted twice as giveaway comics in the 1940s. While Kelly doesn't experiment as much with ornate panel compositions in How Santa Got His Red Suit as he did in previous stories like The Fir Tree, I think it's a great example of very clean, very clear comic storytelling. And it's noteworthy that he makes use of a lot of wavy panel compositions in this one. Kelly's drawing is a big part of what transforms Santa Claus into just a figure from folklore, into a very funny, very expressive action comedy star in this series. I think his understanding of weight, motion, and energy is key for making this story work. You can read more comic books which have fallen out of copyright at the Digital Comics Museum's website. They do the best job they can to ensure all the comic books featured on their website have legally fallen out of copyright due to the closure of many minor comic book companies from the golden age of comics. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of this Santa Claus story and what you think of Walt Kelly's art. What are some other classic tales you'd like to hear me read?
With that, I want to thank you for listening. I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. I appreciate all of you listening to my videos, leaving likes and comments and feedback. I also appreciate all the people who have supported this channel. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.